Good to see Steph still balling at a high level at 36 years old. Not worried about his team just yet. We will get more into that, but Steph.
That's normal now.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's.
It'll be 37 in March.
It's
been normal. I mean,
only for them three. That shit ain't normal to do that.
I mean, they're the ones that's making it normal. So.
Yeah, Bron, him,
KD.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
That's it. That's
a
all
lot.
you need. I mean, that's the
How many-
company.
Like how many
Niggas.
Yeah, like how many players in your era? Like
How
when you
old was
came
Dirk
in.
when he won?
Dirk when he
Dirk won what?
When he won the championship. Because he stopped playing pretty much a couple of years
Yeah, Dirk was done.
after the championship.
Dirk retired. I think Dirk retired with 31.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, he did. Wait, what? Wait,
Nah, 'cause
wait,
he was
hold
old
on.
when he won
Nah.
that championship. He was older when he won the championship.
Wait, what?
No, he wasn't.
He was older because he retired
Dirk was definitely in his 30s when he won.
Yeah, he was. I don't know. Jeez, the kid was old. I don't remember Dirk. Was it 2011?
Dirk born in 78.
So what is it? He was 33, 30, 32, 33?
Won a champion in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 33-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, he stopped playing fast.
Yeah.
Just turning 33 to his birthday.
But
Yeah,
Dirk
so
is
he
a
just
different
turned
type of grind. That era is a different type of grind.
No. Listen, it's sad because no one talks about the Warriors no more. I mean, the biggest Warriors news, this season has been, Steph shoe, and what shoe he wears that game is basically where he's getting his recognition, and that's the sad part because I believe one reason that I don't pay attention to him anymore is because it's not about winning. Because the fact that you're purposely sitting a player that can help you, and you're trying to force a player that clearly isn't that good, kind of tells us, y'all really not in it to try to go out there and win it. Because we all believe Kuminga is a big part of you guys moving forward. And the fact that you purposely want to bench him, you're showing everything you can possibly can to bench him. We've seen him in the playoffs last year. We've seen when he got minutes, he was great. We was like, damn, he got his money, right? He's playing against a defensive team, playing with you needed all of that. So the fact that you don't want to play him and you're still playing this game with him just kind of tells me you don't want to win. So because you don't want to win and you're sitting there just wasting Curry's time, I just focus on what Curry's doing. I can really give two shits about the team itself.
This was a multi-layer segment, Gil, so I'm glad that you brought that up. But everyone's feeling the disappointment of the start of the season for the Warriors, from the fans, ownership, coaches, players. So according to SFGate, a 27-year-old fan by the name of Justin Dutari from Panama found Warriors owner Joe Lacob's email address online, felt compelled to send him the following note after the Warriors lost to the Blazers on the night after Steph dropped that 48 piece.
Damn.
He said, please do something about this team. What does Steph need to do to win every night? Drop 50 points. Jimmy Butler's tools are being underutilized because he's playing as a power forward due to the small position players. We have no true center. I am so frustrated. So this was verified. Lacob responded a few minutes later and said, nigga, don't email me. No, I'm just kidding. He said, you can't be as frustrated as me. I'm working on it. It's complicated, style of play. Coach's desires regarding players. Again, I'll read that. Coach's desires regarding players, league trends. Jimmy is not the problem. So Steve Kerr was asked about Lacob's email on Tuesday, had this response.
13 and 14.
Well, we're all frustrated. Joe is frustrated. I'm frustrated. Steph and Dre, everybody's frustrated. And this is, kind of how the league works. And, I hate when people, are going to post private emails. Imagine if everyone's emails were just publicly posted, how tough that would be to live our lives.
that.
So Joe supports me 100%. I support him. We have a great connection.
I don't like that.
We've had so much continuity here, and our stable environment in our organization is one of our strengths. And that I didn't even know about it, but Raymond told me about it. It's not a big deal.
Like I said, it was confirmed by Raymond Riddler, Warriors, long time.
Raymond. Hey, Raymond's still there?
Listen, it ain't never been a problem because it wasn't a problem because they was winning.
Yeah,
Their relationship has been solid because they was winning.
man.
Over the last, 4 years, it's been fighting to get in the playoffs. play-in game after play-in game. It's tough times, man, and it's yeah. You got some decisions have to be made, man. That's obvious. Like you got to do something because you are literally wasting this man's
You gotta take his emotions.
twilight years of his career. You're wasting them. So what is it going to take for him to come in there and be like, move me? I'm just saying, so is that what it's going to take for them to? I'm saying for them to realize that they got to do something.
If he
No, it's
did
not
that,
right?
they would make
For
it
them to
like
be
that.
like, for him to go in there and be like, listen, man, either some got to give or get me out of here,
Yep, and
right? Then they'll realize the dire trait of this situation. So, because it's bad, it's sad to watch, man.
the person that needs to do something is Mike Dunleavy. He needs to go in and just fire Steve Kerr.
Damn, Mr. B.
Yeah, you need to go in and fire Steve Kerr. His schemes, him not wanting to play young players, the things that he's doing with Kuminga is already just it messed everything up.
Think he can put anybody in front of people?
Jimmy Butler, he's your second option. He's only shooting 11 shots. That's not going to work. You know, at this point with Draymond, you playing Draymond at the 5, you playing Jimmy at the 4, so they all out of position. If I'm Mike Dunleavy, like I said before, you're going to have them balls and go in there and tell them, yo, listen, man, Steve Kerr, your time is up. We cool on all that shit that we were doing. Jimmy Butler, he can be on the trade block and Draymond Green. And then, you know, you just got to let Steph know this is what we're doing. Regardless if Steph got a problem with it or not, just the fact that it's business.
But Mr. B, what if Steph does have a problem with it?
Steph already left one shoe company.
Shit, they let Clay go in.
Wait, hold on, wait. You said what? If what? You said if Steph has a problem
What if
with
Steph
it?
does have a problem with that?
I mean, it's
I'm saying, how do you fight Steve Kerr?
So
Obviously,
you
giving
think
it.
you have a problem with them getting rid of Clay the way they treated Clay? They fucking did it. So
I mean, he doesn't have a no trade clause.
Shit.
What did they give up to be in this position? That's the grand question. What the fuck did you do to get here?
Sock them up.
You socked the motherfucker. Sock the mama.
Yeah, you knocked.
You socked the mama. Sock the
That
mama.
ain't it. That ain't it either. Because we see how he playing.
You socked the mama. Sock the mama.
Great
That
team.
ain't it. 'Cause we see how he playing. So that ain't it. That's just an
And then-
excuse.
So you saying the fact that they got rid of Jordan?
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
the karma,
Thank you.
the karma behind the
No.
energy
'Cause he still got his money.
that Steve Kerr allowed
Yes.
and promoted
And-
to happen.
He told him to take up for himself.
And tried to
But
hide
he
it.
promoted
They
it
was
instead of telling Draymond to stand the fuck down.
No, he told Jordan Poole to take
I'm
up for himself.
gonna move past that though. I'm gonna move past that.
That's a regular NBA fight.
Fuck it. Fuck all that.
That's a
So
regular-
let's just say,
Yeah, make it
Klay
make
Thompson, you gonna bench Klay and put in Pozinski
Yeah.
and say we gonna move in this direction.
That was the start.
And then a couple
all the
seasons
touchy
later,
shit, though.
you push
Not
Pozinski to
paying
the
Klay.
bench, and now Pozinski don't know what the fuck going on because you put me in here in front of for Klay.
Oh, so now
All
it's the
the
play.
sneaky
I thought
shit.
it was the punch.
Too much sneaky
So
shit.
now-
The punch.
Is it the
Wasn't
punch?
a punch.
Is it the
But
punch or play? Make it make sense, y'all.
Let's move forward. Kuminga, what I say about Kuminga?
It's a burning building. Get your ass out of there.
Get your motherfucking ass out of here.
tried to.
Josh Ben said it.
He tried
he
to.
did.
Get your ass out of here.
He tried to.
Man,
They trying
now look at him.
the sneaky shit. Steve Kerr was the first
Y'all
person
get out
that got
there.
on
What'd
the
you say?
corner.
Steve
took
Kerr
care of
went to the
who? Klay?
Olympics and did what to Jason Tatum?
That's it.
Dumb
That's it.
shit. Like,
Klay.
dumb
He
just-
Kuminga.
Everybody know NBA fights happen. You got socked out, all right.
Personal though. No,
Then you're too
but
light-skinned,
It's not the
sit on
sock
this
out
bench,
for me.
figure it
It's
out.
the fact that when Steve Kerr went up there and said it wasn't a fight, they were just practicing.
It wasn't a fight.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't
Like,
a
it was,
fight.
It didn't look like no fight.
But
It wasn't-
nobody.
it was a
just
punch.
team thing, but then
It
they
was a
leaked the
team
tape.
thing. But it
And
was.
then he had to retract
Nah.
this shit.
No, but I'm
Like,
saying-
it's always some sneaky shit.
I would've watched it like that.
Even that shit, even that shit right there.
Today on Warriors Nation News, we're talking about the storyline that could define the rest of this season for the Golden State Warriors, the possibility of landing Trey Murphy III, one of the most intriguing young wings in the entire NBA, and how Jonathan Kuminga figures into that equation. This isn't just another rumor. This is a discussion that basketball insiders are seriously taking seriously, and it could have huge implications for the Warriors' playoff hopes and long-term trajectory. According to recent reports from league insiders, the Warriors have been actively gathering intel on available players ahead of the February trade deadline, talking with at least 3 teams, including the Brooklyn Nets, New Orleans Pelicans, and Chicago Bulls, about potential trade scenarios involving major roster moves. Now let's center this conversation on Trey Murphy III, because when you look at everything the Warriors need, versatile scoring, size, shooting, and defensive potential on the wing, Murphy checks nearly every box you could ask for. He's 25 years old, in the prime of his career, and signed through the 2028-29 season on a team-friendly deal that makes him a highly valuable trade asset for contending teams. He's averaging around 20-plus points per game with solid rebounding and playmaking numbers, giving him a skill set that would translate incredibly well into the Warriors' system. The reports indicate that while the Pelicans may not be actively shopping Murphy, the Warriors have shown an open desire to acquire him, emphasizing that they see him as a top trade target should New Orleans be willing to listen. Let's be clear, this is not about wanting a star for the sake of a highlight reel. It's about addressing a critical weakness. The Warriors have struggled with consistency in their wing rotation, and their offense, which ranks near the middle or lower third of the league, has lacked a reliable third scorer who can both shoot efficiently and take pressure off Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. Murphy would do that immediately. Let's bring Jonathan Kuminga into the mix, because his situation is very much tied to the Murphy narrative. Kuminga's role this season has been in flux, at times explosive, at times inconsistent. He's still just 23, and he's shown that he can contribute in a variety of ways: scoring, defensive versatility, athleticism, all things a contender values. But recent developments show that his role with the Warriors has diminished, including benchings and fluctuating minutes, and many in the league believe that the Warriors will explore trade options involving Kuminga once he becomes eligible to be moved in January. Why is this happening? Because the Warriors need certainty around players who can help right now more than potential. And while Kuminga certainly has talent and upside, the Pelicans may see him as a long-term upside piece, while Golden State values immediate contribution in the Curry era. The idea being floated would be to send Kuminga and possibly additional assets to New Orleans in exchange for Murphy, giving the Warriors a dynamic two-way scorer who fits the timeline and competitive window that Curry is still dominating in. You have to appreciate how this potential move checks multiple boxes: offensive firepower, spacing, youth, contract stability, and roster balance. A player like Murphy, who can shoot, slash, and defend on the wing, would complement Curry's unparalleled shooting and Butler's all-around scoring. He wouldn't just be another piece, he would be a true foundational building block for this iteration of the Warriors. Now, let's address the skepticism. Some analysts call this trade scenario unlikely but not realistic. The Pelicans are in a rough season, and teams that fall out of contention often reevaluate their roster construction. And while Murphy is a core player for New Orleans, executives believe that if the price is right and if Golden State is aggressive, a deal of this magnitude could be on the table. In fact, projections suggest that New Orleans might very well seek a package similar to the blockbuster Desmond Bane trade, which included multiple first-round draft picks. That's the level of value we're talking about. It's not about pawning off scraps, it's about strategic asset management when the Warriors recognize they need to pivot toward winning now. Curry's presence alone forces urgency. A championship legacy like his demands opportunity, and remaining competitive in the stacked Western Conference is the first step. Adding Murphy would not only boost offensive versatility, it would also improve the defense, something the Warriors haven't consistently shown all season long. Of course, this trade talk is also wrapped in broader strategic debate. Some insiders note that the Warriors might prioritize other big names like Giannis Antetokounmpo if the opportunity ever arose, although that remains a pipe dream for now. But with Giannis realistically unlikely to land in Golden State, Murphy stands out as a realistic and impactful target, someone the Warriors could genuinely pursue with the assets they control. Now imagine the lineup: Curry as the lead orchestrator, Butler as the seasoned scorer and defender, and Murphy sliding in as a modern two-way wing with shooting and size, a blend of spacing and perimeter threat that could instantly elevate Golden State's offense and cover a defensive gap that too many teams have exploited this season. Think about how possessions change when the defense has to respect yet another capable scorer. It stretches the floor, opens passing lanes, and makes the Warriors' offense less predictable and more dangerous. All of this is happening as the clock ticks down toward January 15th, the earliest date Kuminga becomes trade eligible. And with the trade deadline looming on February 5th, this is crunch time, and decisions the Warriors make now will echo through the remainder of the season. Are they going to stay the course with a core that hasn't shown enough consistency? Or are they going to make the bold, calculated move to bring in a player like Trey Murphy III, a potential star who could transform their floor spacing, scoring dimension, and long-term outlook? Warriors Nation, I want to hear from you. Do you think Golden State should move Jonathan Kuminga to acquire Trey Murphy III? Do you believe Murphy's fit alongside Curry and Butler would elevate this team into true title contention? Drop your opinions in the comments, smash that like button if you believe this trade could be the turning point we've all been waiting for, and make sure you hit subscribe for all the latest Warriors trade updates, news, and reaction right here on Warriors Nation News. Let's go!